All right, boys and girls, what you're going to do is you're going to create a graph, and I'm going to show you how to create this graph on this website. Now, don't forget to go to the current results, weather and science facts. You want to get, you want to pick your weather. Make sure you review the videos of which weather that you want to do and pick it. And I've chosen to do the amount of the average of rainy days in each city and state that I've picked out of one of the all the 5 regions of the United States. So now I could have done amount of inches of rain each by a city and state, but I'm going to do the number of days it rained. Um, so just to comparison, you can either do days or you can do inches, right? Then once you have picked your 5 cities and states, or if you just want to do states, you can do that also. But I've chosen cities and states here for the amount of days, and I've picked one from out of the 5 regions of the United States. So I've taken all that and I've written it down to where I can transfer it back over to the graph. So once I get over to the graph, I'm going to hit create a graph. All right, and we've talked about bar graphs, so we're going to do bar graphs, and we'll hit the other graphs later on in our lessons. So I'm going to hit bar graph. Now remember that there are different types of bar graphs. You've got vertical, you've got horizontal, you've got true 3D, you've got stacked, and you've got vertical stacked, and then you've got horizontal stacked. You can do either one. I'm going to do the true 3D, and I'm going to do cylinder. You can choose your background and the grid. So I'm going to keep the background white. The grid is what we're making here. And the appearance is going to be 3D. And the legend that I need to have is going to be to the right. So after I click all of that, like it was on vertical, but I moved it to true 3D. Now I have to go down here at the bottom and I need to hit update. So it's got to save it. Okay. Now I've got to go to data. I'm going to input my data. Okay. Now remember, we've got to have a graph title. And the name of this graph title is average rainy days. All right. Now the x-axis label is where we put what is across the bottom. Okay. So here it's what we're measuring. And what we're measuring is the city and state. Okay. And on the y-axis label, remember that is what is measured. Okay. And we're measuring the amount of days. So I'm going to put days. Source is if you wanted to put any, like if you got it off of a website, but you're not required to do that one. Now, everybody's going to have the same data set. Okay, everybody's going to have the item of 5 because you got to pick one city and state or a state out of the 5 regions of the United States. Okay, and the group label, that is going to be kind of like your legend. Okay, we've got to know what this green is going to mean on the graph. So your group is going to be days. Okay. Or let's put amount of days, number of days. So here, I'm going to put my first city and state. Milwaukee. Milwaukee. Wisconsin. And the number of days that it rained was 127. Item number 2. It's going to be my second city and state. I put Austin, Texas. And the number of days it rained was 88. Item number 3 would be Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania. Number of days that it rained was 154. And then I have Miami, Florida. Remember, I'm doing different cities and states out of the different 5 regions of the United States. So make sure you've got all of them represented. You don't have to put that down there. I'll just double check it whenever I'm grading your graph. So our last city and state is going to be Kansas City, Missouri. It rained amount of 91 days. Okay. Now, my value, we're always going to start with, everybody's going to start with a minimum value of 0. Okay. Now, it can vary on the maximum value because you're going to do different types of measurement according to what weather you pick. So I'm looking at my numbers here, and I'm going to gauge. I'm going to say 0 to 200. Okay, so my max value is going to go to 200. Now, it could be different for you. If you looked at all of your data and it didn't go over 150, you could put to 150. You just got to look at the data and go from there and see what the value of the measurement is. Now, after I've got all this in, okay, I'm going to hit update. Okay, and then I can go and I can hit labels, right? So do we want to show the labels? Yes, you want to show those labels. You don't need to fill any of that in. You can decide what fonts you want. And if you want to let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's say about 22. And change the font color and this font size. So, and then I'm going to hit update. And now I can preview it and see if that's what I want it to look like. And it is. So I've got my title here, average of rainy days. I've got the days here. Okay. And here are the number of days it rained in each city and state. You've got the city and state there. And here I have chosen each state, a city and state that's in a different region. For instance, if you look at Milwaukee, Milwaukee's in the Midwest. Austin, Texas is in the Southwest. Pittsburgh is in the Northeast. Miami is in the Southeast. And then Kansas City, Missouri is the Midwest. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit print and save. Okay. Now you can print it and keep a copy for you. I don't have to have that. You can download. I recommend that everybody download it. And then you can just go and type my email right in here and send it right to me. Okay. And then I will get it from there. But if you download it, it'll look like this. You download it. It gets you a form of what you want to download it in. Okay. I'm going to do it in PDF because you can usually electronically send anything on PDF. So recommend doing it PDF. All right. And there it comes up just like that. And there is my graph. If you have any questions, please email me or send me a text message with your questions, and I will get back with you as soon as I can.